What's up guys? Welcome back to our YouTube channel. For those of you who don't know me, I'm Raisa and
Emmanuel Thanai.
today we are talking about insecurities.
Halal.
And before we go anywhere, just like to announce that this video is sponsored by Baghdad Cafe. Can we put it up here?
Where?
BC.
Ha!
Baghdad Cafe is located in Long Street and we will be reviewing some of their wings.
I'm excited.
My ocean, she ride into my ocean. Quite frankly, oh my ocean, my ocean.
Baba, I'm going to eat now. Hey. So we've got this food from Baghdad Cafe. Show the people there what it looked like.
This is the new jalapeno wings, and it comes with the sauce.
Jalapeno sauce. They're nogal quite lekker condiment packs here. And
What pack? A condom pack.
I said condiment. Damn you. Lekker refresher towels and all that. They're nogal quite. Yeah, well done.
And then we have
Oh yeah, this is the sticky wings, the
barbecue.
barbecue fry. Comes with the
That looks
yo,
amazing.
the smell.
It's amazing. So we're gonna be trying this while we chat about all the koala.
Koala, yeah. What chips is lekker? Righto. Back that, let's see. Nah, Baba.
It's very lekker actually. For someone that's not a jalapeno lover, it's actually nice. What's strong?
It has a haps, a bite, but
Like a jalapeno.
hey, jalapeno. I've never had jalapeno on chicken actually before.
Why do you insist on saying it like that?
That's what the Mexicans
I
call
know.
it. What's my second name, by the way?
Makuse.
My second name, not my
Oh.
last name. Oh!
Tapelo.
Kalat.
Tapelo.
What is it?
Tapelo.
You see how you say it?
Tapelo.
Tapel. It's not pronounced tapelo, it's tapel.
I did say that.
It's TH. The TH must, it must slide off your tongue. Yeah, tapel.
Tapelo.
Not tapelo. Yeah.
Okay.
So it's the same with jalapeno. It's not jalapeno.
I know that.
Jalapeno.
I didn't say it wasn't that.
I'm
I was
just
like,
saying,
why
I made an
do you
example
keep
with-
saying it in that way.
Because
You say it like with this the whole time. A normal sentence and then jalapeno.
what?
Yarra.
What is it?
Jalapeno. Jalapeno. Okay, so I rate this a 8 out of 10.
9.
Yo,
9, definitely. It's
you
quiet.
biased.
I'm not. It's quiet. It's very good.
So, Baghdad's kitchen is fully halal. For those of you who don't know,
Yeah, and you can get them on Uber Eats.
during the lockdown.
Yeah. Oh, it's flipping amazing. What are you doing today? Reading your DMs again?
No, we're talking about insecurities and how it's affected us and our relationship. For me, I would like to keep this video very honest, as we do with most of our videos. If for any reason you've gone to my Instagram and you thought that I was perfect or I have a perfect life, I want you to see yourself in me and know that like that is just social media. But back at the ranch, I do have my own insecurities and my faults, and
I must deal with them. Ugh,
don't say it like that.
joking.
That was a very serious thing that I was saying now, that like I would like whoever comes across my profile and says, wow, this girl looks like she has it all, or she looks like she's always happy. Like, just know that that is not the case. I did put the poll on Instagram whether this is something that you guys would like to talk about, and the amount of messages I got, it kind of comforted me to know that I'm not alone. But also, I can't actually believe how much self-doubt we as females have. Like, it's crazy because there's actually no reason to feel like that.
Was there a lot of, was there guys also that
No,
said, not even one? Okay.
no, not actually.
I can't be the only one that go through insecurities.
I'm sure you're not, and I'm sure there's so many people that also don't openly admit to it, or they don't know that,
Oh.
or they don't know that how they're reacting or what they're going through is actually based on their insecurities. Like, yeah. So for me, I think there's 3 major types of insecurities that I go through. Like I said, koala. I just have the yellow koala. Yo, you almost finished everything.
Bro, this thing is nice.
Yo,
Yo,
I
salute
must
Baghdad.
skip. Okay, so for me, one of it is I'm not happy with my appearance, so my body. Like, I go on Instagram and I see all these fit girls and all these asses, and you know, and I kind of look at myself and be like, I don't have that, so what can I do to get that? And then the second thing is I'm insecure about things in my relationship, where I would look at your exes, or if you were to like a girl's picture or you were to compliment a girl, then I would compare myself to that girl and be like, what am I lacking? And then thirdly, I think I've really actually overcome this part. Like, I would walk into a room and I would think that whoever's laughing, they're laughing at me, or whoever's saying something, I would think they're saying something bad about me. And because of that, I became very like introverted, and I would just keep to myself because I wasn't confident, and it was because I had all these insecurities happening in me that I would act out. I just had a moment before we filmed this, and
What you guys don't know, 90% of the time, when we shoot videos, it's just before a major fight, an argument, or something intense. Sometimes it takes hours before, like, it would be like maybe 1 p.m. We only shoot a 30-minute video at 5 p.m. because it's bad, guys, it's bad. Anyway, the first one you said is what?
I don't like my body.
When she told me, which was like after months of dating, that she feels this way about her body and the fact that my exes looked a certain way and they didn't look like her, or some of them would have an ass or whatever.
Most of them.
And it brought me to a bad space. Like, I'm not with them anymore, you know, and I couldn't understand why she was doing that, why she was looking for those aspects, for her to have those things, whereby I didn't look for that anymore. Like, that wasn't, I'm with her now. And there's this thing that she always said where I'm not a type, like I'm not a usual type. No, you always said that to me.
I said I'm not this type.
And what she doesn't realize, and many other girls there, is that you don't specifically have to have a type to love somebody. I mean, when I fell in love with her, my type automatically didn't exist anymore. Like, that's not what I am seeking anymore, because I found something in her that I never looked for before. I always looked for a specific look in a girl. But when I got involved with her, I fell in love with what she had, you know? And I didn't look at the fact that she doesn't have a big ass or whatever. Yeah, it would cross your mind in the beginning stages when you're getting to know the person, whatever. But when you fall in love with them, like that, it doesn't become an issue anymore. And only long into our relationship did I realize that she actually, it's bothering her, thinking that I still seek those things and I still look at women with a big ass or, you know. That's one of the things that I said to her is gonna become toxic, because you are looking at people that has a big ass or big whatever, and you wishing for that, and you automatically feel not beautiful. You automatically feel like you don't have a beautiful body, you know, and you think that I think.
I would think you thinking what I'm thinking, basically.
Yeah, and it's not the case, like at all. Like there were so many times I was so scared to say, like, but I love the fact that you have a flat ass. I love it, you know. And
A flat ass. Is it
yeah,
that bad?
it's not. I'm just comparing it compared to your girl with girl with a big ass, whatever. And I can only reassure you that it's not what I'm looking for anymore. It's not what I'm seeking, because I fell in love with what you have, you know. And you're just creating a negative cloud over your head by wishing that you had what that girl has, whereby your partner is loving you for what you have and for who you are.
It took a long while to get to this point where we
What's
can.
it?
Wait, I just
Oh,
want to get to the
chicken.
point. So, basically, this video, it seems like we got to this point within a second, or when he told me that I was like over it, but that's not the case. It took a lot of happenings to actually see, and for me to realize that I don't need to feel like that anymore. So what I did was, after a very long time, I decided to write down everything that I was feeling. Take note.
I am taking note. I took note. I went through this torture with you, remember?
But you look like you're daydreaming in the
No, I'm
camera.
listening to you.
So, after watching TED Talks and YouTube videos and like literally Googling things like, how can I not feel insecure? Like, that's how bad it got. And that's where I got to this point where I should write down what I'm feeling. So, I'm obviously not going to show you what's on here, but because it's personal and it's something that I'm not yet like 100% over, but something that I'm working through, and this is kind of just a method that worked for me, right? So I would write here overcoming my insecurities, and then on the first page I would put down everything that I was feeling. So I also decided to make a why column, a how column, and also a solutions column.
You worked on this now?
Yeah. So the why is the question of why do you want to overcome it, and that's the very important part.
Which is what?
So one of the things was, I want to make myself happy. I want to love myself more in order for me to be able to love others. And
And me?
yeah,
Am I others?
yeah.
Oh.
And also a thing that stood out for me that is obviously important to me was to not ruin my relationship in the process.
Halala.
So that was just my stuff. So you would write down why you would want to overcome it, and you would kind of try to see what your insecurities was ruining, because sometimes there's some of you out there, you're so insecure that you miss a good opportunity maybe. So you would write, I need to be more confident so that I can get more opportunities and like career wise and stuff like that. But this was just for me, like it only came out when I got into a new relationship. So one of the points was, I want to overcome it so I don't ruin my relationship. You also identify the main reasons for being insecure, and in that column I've been cheated on, I've been lied to in my previous relationship, which kind of makes me doubt myself as a person. Like you think, who am I, like what did that person think of me to actually go ahead and cheat on me and lie to me? Like you kind of lose your self-respect, and you don't realize that what they did is a reflection of them and not yourself.
And this is what a lot of partners experience in a relationship, where they have to suffer what the previous person did. And that is something, again, that you as the victim, you can't change, or you can't guide your partner into. You can only reassure your partner that that is not you and that you're not about that. But ultimately, it all relies on you. You have to change that. You have to acknowledge that you are damaged goods, and you need to change that. And the first part of acknowledging where the problem is that you brought your past over into your reality, into your present. The minute you don't want to accept that the problem is you, that you're bringing an old problem into a new relationship, you're doomed. You honestly doomed. And you as the victim, as the partner, you can't do much to help the person, your partner. You can't, because it's not you that's doing anything to her or him. You know, that person has to overcome what happened to them in their past relationship. And I think that's one of the things I struggled with a lot in the beginning, was the fact that I had to treat you as if I was the one who harmed you, you know, as if I was the one who brought this pain towards you, and I have to understand why you're doing this to us and stuff, you know. But I realized, like, after a while, you know, and we were on the brink of honestly like breaking up, because it was tough, because I'm like, fuck, I'm not doing anything, you know. But it's very important to identify the problem as well, you as the victim. It's very important to identify it and not make it about you, and not make it about yeah, but fuck, I'm not doing anything, so you know what, let me just leave the psycho girl or whatever. No, if you are invested in the relationship, if you are invested in the person, if you see things that are potentially, that she has good qualities to be a wife and whatever, like, work on it, man. That should make it worth it.
Also was saying that you can be that person, but also like not to a point where it starts affecting you like mentally.
Yeah.
Like you need to know when you always need to put yourself first. So even if you were working with me, you always knew that you had to put yourself first at the end of the day, because you
Yeah.
are important. So then that was my first page of why I was feeling that way, and it was a very short page, because at the end of the day you can't keep dwelling on the problem, right? And then the second page immediately was solutions, right? And this is the page where you work on most of it. So you sit down and you think, okay, so I need to love myself more, so what do I do in order to do that? I embrace me. I started leaving the house without makeup, like loving my body more. And the thing with the body, that's the one thing I can actually change. So what do I need to do? I need to eat properly, I need to go to the gym, and I started doing that. And when I was at the gym, I actually realized that working for an ass is not gonna make me happy, but just being in the gym and becoming healthy and becoming fit and becoming strong, you kind of find a new love for your own body. And so that's like on my solution page. And at the end of it, I always remind myself that I was projecting how I felt onto other people, and that is something I didn't want, because whoever I meet, I want them to feel a sense of happiness when they're around me, and not feel like I'm this negative person dragging everybody down. So that was also really important for me.
And as a partner also, it's quite crucial. Yes, bring that chicken, your family brothers. Yeah.
Okay, so this is the
Wait, must
barbecue
know.
one. This looks really lekker. It's called the sticky wings.
Barbecue.
Why do you take the biggest one?
I'm hungry. I don't think we were supposed to be hungry when we're tasting this chicken. Why do you keep telling me say chicken and not chicken? Chicken. Give me a piece of chicken, me bro. A boatie. Away. A boatie, man. Kanala.
ASMR. lekker. This is my favorite.
This is not chicken though, this is chicken. That's how nice it is. Chicken. Flows off the tongue. Is this barbecue? Yeah, but man, look at the texture of it, man.
It's so wet.
It's wet, yeah, and it has that Thai sweet chili type of vibe, no?
Do you know, I always thought the Afrikaans word for wings was wanga. And then I thought it was like wangs or wanga. And then somebody on the aircraft told me,
Yo!
gaan jy op die vlerke staan nou? And then I was like, huh? What the f is vlerke? Because you know when you must do this, then people say, kyk jou vlerke. So I thought they were talking about my nose. I was like, and then I was like, what is vlerke? And then like the wings.
Hi. Vanga. Yeah.
Wangs.
My colored girlfriend can't speak Afrikaans. My colored girlfriend. Cape Town. Vanga. We are eating vanga.
Vanga.
I'm black and I know what I almost said vanga. And what vlerke is.
I didn't know that was the word. But now I know. This is the best.
Gladys, you know when a chicken is lekker, you eat it to the bone. Ha!
So was there a time that you ever felt insecure in our relationship? No, in our relationship.
Oh. In the beginning, yes. But it was like mild. Compared to you.
Okay, mine was bad, we get it.
Okay. Man. Shaitan. Yeah. You know when you were young, when a piece of chip falls or whatever, and you just pick it up, you kiss it and you say a prayer like, you say blessed or whatever, and then you eat it again.
No 10 seconds rule.
Oh yeah, you know, but
We just blow and say Bismillah.
the halala. You see the same thing. And then yeah, but now as an adult, I will never. A full chicken can fall on the floor. Stay there. Shaitan.
Okay, not the chicken, but
It belongs to you.
not the chicken, but I would like a sweet or something. I'll pick it up.
Not with Corona happening now, brother. You're still gonna pick it up.
It's Corona time.
I got insecure for shit things, bro. Like honestly, it was cut because I've never dated a Caucasian woman before.
I'm not. Stop telling the people that.
I've never dated a Muslim girl before from Cape Town, so you were like a whole different entity. Like,
Entity.
yeah, it's another WhatsApp group. So when I looked at the fact that you've never been with a black guy before, I started looking at your exes, and I'm looking at your exes like, and that's a form of insecurity, even though you think it's innocent. You just want to see what they look like. Started looking what they look like, and I'm like, yo, like, there's not even an item, like one small item that I can compare myself to.
Feature.
When I say item, I mean as in even a speck of hair, nothing. I'm not talking
That's a
specifically feet. Hey, damn you.
Sure.
So I'm thinking, Mara, these guys are like, yo, they're alien to me, man, you know? And I started looking at what they have, how they cut their hair, you know, and your mind innocently goes into that mode without you even initiating the thought. And you start thinking, okay, this is what they wear. They always like, or they drive certain cars, or you know, like. And then I started thinking, shit, I need to do. But then I was like, man, I physically cannot do any of these things to myself. I'm not talking about the material things. You know, like I can't cut my hair and look like Rico Suave. You know who's Rico Suave? And or the clothes that certain guys wear, like there's a trend, and I was like, nah, I can't do this. So I quickly got over it. I just thought to myself, I can't compare myself to any of her exes because different WhatsApp group, and It wasn't gonna work. I'm just gonna make myself an idiot. I mean, at the end of the day, she fell in love with me because I was different. And what was the point in me trying to make myself like someone or something that she is used to, or that she's used to seeing? I mean, let me just stick to being me. And I overcame that very quickly, like in a space of a week, I think, honestly. But that was my only time I felt like, or I had a taste of insecurity in our relationship. But other than that, nah. I think what helps me personally is the fact that how you are so for our relationship and building our relationship, you know. It makes it easy for me not to dwell into negativity, you know. But that's just me. But what's important is the fact that I went through my own insecurities before you, and it messed me up. It messed me up like completely, to a point where I broke up with the person. Yeah, like if you don't learn how to control it very quickly or overcome it, it will consume you, and yo, it's not a pretty sight. You change as a person, like you question your own character because you do things that you know for a fact you will not normally do as a sane person, you know. It's very toxic. So yeah, because I went through that, which I feel it was necessary, it is enabling me to treat this relationship with the utmost respect, and I know how to handle insecurities, and I know how to identify something that is negative and toxic. And
So, with saying that, like you saying that you worked on it before you came into this relationship. For me, like in my previous relationship, obviously when I was married, we spoke about it. So lots of things in that relationship messed me up to a point where I came into this relationship and I thought I treated it the same way. Just before I got into this relationship, I thought that I was over all of that until I came into contact with something, and I now had to deal with it in a different way. So like somebody told me about this concept, like, you know, when you like break a glass and it falls and there's big pieces on the glass, like of the glass on the floor, and you pick up the big pieces not knowing that there's still little pieces that
that's deep.
that you need to
Where did you hear that?
So I told you I've been working on this thing. So you pick up the big pieces, you pick up on the moments that stand out for you and you work on that, but then you come into a new relationship and you realize these little things that are actually the things that affect you the most, and those are the things that you need to have conversations about and deal with, and it's the little things that lead to bigger things.
Wow, that's deep.
So like, even just liking a picture might now trigger a moment that how I felt when I got cheated on. And now I'm reacting that way to something small like that. So it's a tricky thing, but you should just give yourself time to process all of that. So don't like beat yourself up for only realizing that you have inner issues, because like I said, I only realized that there were certain things that I'm not over when I came into a new relationship.
And again, as the victim receiving that, at first it's not a nice thing, because you know you're not doing it with any intention. You liking another girl's picture, whether it's her posing butt ass naked or just whatever the case may be, if it's another female, to you it might be innocent, and then when your partner reacts that way, you flip because you know it's innocent. But again, it comes in where you need to also identify where the problem is, because it doesn't help you getting upset with her or him if he's the one that's insecure. It doesn't help, because you're not going to fix the problem by getting angry, by showing that you get, because it's one of the things I told you, that when I tell you stop doing that because it's affecting our relationship, and you stop doing it for the sake of me because I said stop doing it, you're not fixing the problem. But if the problem is identified, it makes it easier for you that is lashing out at your partner about this. It makes it easier for you to work on that problem. Like you're gonna go back and be like, okay, I'm gonna stop looking for shit. I'm gonna stop looking whose pictures he's liking, because you're literally taking your time and you're searching who he's liking and stuff like that. But you also, as the partner, as the victim, don't now continue liking the girl's pictures. Like also meet her halfway, even if you know that it's not being done with any intention. Meet her halfway. You know, if she puts in effort to also work on a problem, don't make it easy for her to relapse. You know, it's like a drug addict and they come out of rehab after a while, but you smoking the stuff in front of him, you know, it's like you're antagonizing. Like, don't do that. If you're gonna,
Yeah.
you know,
And that's where the book comes in, where you go back and you reflect on. Reflecting is so important. You need to reflect on where you started up until where you're at now.
I still reflect. I put myself through major shit with my previous relationship because of my, let's emphasize that, my insecurities. There's a reason why I'm doing that. My insecurities. I was the problem. Me, na, lo. I have to brag because you saw what happened the last time. My insecurities was the problem. Stop laughing. I have to say, my insecurities was the problem. Me, Emmanuel with an I. Mina. Why are you laughing?
Because I'm thinking about stuff, how everybody thought we were talking about them.
No, just I'm clearing things up, guys, because I got some backlash from our previous R&I video,
Even me.
because we said some things about us and people they reinterpreted what we said and made it about themselves, which was not the case. Look, we identify, unfortunately not everybody is going to take what we say the way we mean it, but hey, look, so be it. Our intention is not to diss anybody or cause harm or whatever the case may be, and that's your choice whether you want to believe it or not, but it's not going to stop us from talking our truth. Anyway, we were talking about how I still reflect on my insecurities that I caused in my previous relationship. I reflect on those incidents even till today, because if she gets a DM from a guy that is inappropriate, or a comment, or a guy approaching her when we're in public and all that, I have to look back on how I was, those insecurities, how they intoxicated me, and how they made me to be a very not nice person. It helps me now to handle the situation with her appropriately, because I firstly identify what she means to me, and then I identify what she's contributing to our relationship, how she respects our relationship, and you know, how she's for us. That will make it easier for me not to get upset if a guy does anything inappropriate to her. Then I'll be like, nah, handle it. If she can't handle it, then I'll step in. I'm like, it's a brother. But yeah, it helped me a lot, honestly, I won't lie. Like, that's why I'm saying I feel I had to go through what I went through in my previous relationship in order to make things quiet for me.
Yeah.
So it's important to reflect. But that glass thing, yo,
Yeah.
it's not gonna quiet. Write it down if you suffer from insecurities. Insecurities.
So yeah, so that's just what I wanted to come chat about. A lot of us are just like stuck in this whole Instagram world, and we're letting it consume us. And
Sorry, just to add what you're saying now about that, about consuming it. It's one of the things I said to you before also. What stands out, or what should stand out to you, especially females out there, you need to recognize your self-worth. It's something that I preached to Raisa from the beginning of our relationship. You need to find your self-worth, because once you reach that moment where you realize that you are a dime you are fine, you are beautiful, the next person, the next man is gonna identify that you know your worth, and he's gonna treat you accordingly.
You
Understand?
basically teach people how to treat you.
Exactly. As a female, especially females, if you don't know your self-worth, no man is gonna respect you. He's gonna be like, okay, no, you're just a piece of ass, let me tap that. I remember a time, and she gets nar for it now, but low-key she loves it.
What?
Before before we started dating, I had so much confidence in myself, like, because I found myself worth, like, I showed that I love myself, like, yes, to this day while I'm with her, like, I love myself so much, like, I see myself there, man, you know, like, I used to walk around at work always telling people, like, I'm gorgeous, you know, like, I do it till now, till this day, like, I'm amazing, you know. And people say, like, oh, you're so nice, and I'm like, yeah, I know, like, I'm fantastic. Oh, you handsome. I'm like, no, I'm not, I'm gorgeous, like, you know. And people be like, oh, I regret giving you that compliment. I'm like, no, it's fine, because I know I'm gorgeous, like. And people used to think I'm arrogant and all that, and I used to say that to her all the time, and she'd be like, ah, but low-key she loved it, to a point where we started dating, and I still do it today. Why? It sounds funny, but it's because I found myself worth. I knew what I'm worth. Do you not feel like
Actually, thinking about what you're saying now, like I usually tell myself I don't ever be ass, or I'm not. No, listen.
I'm
Like,
listening.
oh, I'm not good enough. I'm not beautiful. My hair's not long. Like, I tell myself that, and then I believe it. So if I were to just like turn those words around and be like, I am beautiful, and I am smart, and I am this, and I am that, I'll start believing that.
Yeah.
So you start believing what you tell yourself.
Yes.
It's like if you keep telling a child, oh, you're stupid, the child's gonna grow up thinking they're stupid. So you just need to like train your brain.
One thing that I learned is when I was young is that faith and fear has the exact same power. Whatever you fear the most, it's gonna happen to you. Like, you telling yourself that you're not that pretty, whatever. You're scared that other people are gonna think whatever of you, whatever. But whatever you believe in, which is your faith, the more you believe what you're telling yourself, that, you know what, I am a dime, I will become rich one day, you're gonna start living like that. And that's what I did, and it helped me. So insecurities, hey, it's a deep thing. If you don't handle it appropriately, oh brother.
I once read this quote that said, the biggest regret that you'll have one day is when you actually get to the point in life where you want to be, and you think back that you were actually that person, you were actually heading for that, but you treated yourself as though you can't get there. So you'll regret all those moments that you doubted yourself, and now you actually are where you are, and you realize how far you could have been if you
If you yeah.
No, I'm just like thinking of the other stuff here. Okay, so thank you for watching, guys. I hope that was insightful. Sorry if the video is a bit long. It's just
You'll be strong.
It's just like we only talk about
Quality
things we can
topic.
relate to. So because we can relate to it, we have so much to say. And like I said, whatever we put out there, we want you guys to be able to relate to us, and just know that we are normal human beings just like you. So whenever you put there couple girls and whatever, just know that we go through the same shit that you go through, and you're not alone in anything. So thank you for watching. Don't forget to hit Baghdad up for those wings. My favorite one
Vangen.
is sticky.
The vinger, yeah.
What's Vangen? It's vleerke, dom.
You said you thought it was vinger. Yeah, guys, Baghdad. I found them on Uber Eats. There's an entire menu on there. So yeah, and this video was proudly sponsored by Baghdad. And what else? Say it.
No, it's not sponsored by Uber. It's just sponsored by Baghdad. And don't forget to get your merch. All the links are...
So you're putting Baghdad first before duty.
Yeah, because they're paying for the video. So don't forget to meet all of that up, I will leave the links below.
Away.
Thank you.
Subscribe.
Bye.